told there ain't no kings in the caution tape. Why is our honest dollar so hard?
Cowboys, Panthers, the rain is coming down and should continue to do so as we head towards kickoff.
It's pouring rain here, Phil, as we approach kickoff.
When you see this kind of rain, Jim, it's about the field. How will it hold up? If it keeps raining like this, it's going to be a huge factor in today's outcome.
And a touchback.
First down at the 20. Here's the handoff to Darren McFadden. And he's tackled at the 30-yard line.
McFadden's a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
First down, offense readying for the snap. McFadden on the receiving end. McFadden's able to move the chains here as he's tackled down.
Well, I think we're seeing something we see with so many teams now in the NFL. Running backs who can do it all. This guy can run, block, and he can catch short passes and make long gains after it. Nice job.
First down at the 44. Jason Witten with the grab. Ball from the 46. Playing press coverage to the outside. McFadden solo back set. First down and 10. McFadden got the first, and he's got some space.
The Cowboys' offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the film room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
First down here after the run. That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. And Kuechly in on the tackle. As we set now the offensive lineup, one of the most physical wideouts in the league is Des Bryant.
You know, you said it right, Jim. He is a very physical wide receiver. And what really impresses me about Des Bryant, when you go watch the Cowboys practice.
What a way to start the game. First possession touchdown. Still 3.5 quarters of football to play, but that touchdown gives them the lead here early.
Yeah, I know. There's a long way to go. There's no doubt it. But you gotta like your situation and the feel that your football team has, getting that score and being on top.
The Cowboys ready to boot the football down the field. Whitaker on the return. It's out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Midway through the first. Looking to go deep. And it's incomplete. This offensive lineup often will feature the tight end in a prominent role, and that means Greg Olsen.
Yeah, Greg Olsen from Wayne Hills High School in New Jersey, coached by his father, Chris Olsen, terrific high school college player. And how about this? He's a terrific NFL player also.
Setting now the defensive lineup. You must begin with this unit's leader. That's linebacker Sean Lee.
Yeah, Sean Lee must stay healthy for this Dallas Cowboys defense. If he does, of course, it's going to help him greatly. But he's fast, can cover receivers down the field, and he is a great tackler. There are so many players down in the NFL that are good. How about this tight end? He has got so much talent. That time he hauls in the pass, it just makes it look so easy.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Jonathan Stewart with the catch.
The football sits at the 42-yard line.
Look out, they're changing the play to take advantage of something they see on the defensive side.
And incomplete as Olsen can't hold on.
So many times when you drop a football in the NFL, a pass like that, it's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
The Cowboys with a nickel look here on defense. Down the field. Tough catch.
I always love it when all the experts say arm strength is overrated in the NFL. Well, tell me about that after that throw and catch.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Touchdown, Carolina Panthers. And that touchdown, Phil, here late in the first, ties the game.
Yeah, it ties it up, and it gets them out of a little hole, and, of course, it gives the offense a lot of confidence. And on the defensive side, they have struggled early, but maybe they can start to pick things up.
The Panthers getting ready to kick it off. And no return as this goes for a touchback.
The Cowboys offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last drive actually ended in a touchdown, Phil. We'll see if they still have it in them to issue a repeat performance.
Well, what you saw in that last drive was everything just came together perfectly for them. The experience of the football team, the talent of the players, and the coaches helped them out, and they got it done.
Has space. Romo's met after a gain of 13. First down here. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
We'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. And over to Witten. Star Lotulelei brings this team unbelievable energy.
Well, he's a defensive lineman where you just can't look at his stats because they lie. His numbers might not be big, but his presence is felt on the field because he occupies a couple blockers and frees up some of his defensive lineman teammates.
Tony Romo will take it right from the center. Toss play here to McFadden. Keathley's the one who made the big stop.
Panthers defense is so fast and so powerful. That time of the run play, they just overpower the offensive line. They tackle the runner for a loss.
Third down and 8. Intercepted. He's brought down.
Maybe that pick will be a momentum builder for this team at the start of the second.
Well, I know the offensive coordinator sitting over there going, I sure hope so. So he's not happy the way his team has played on the offensive side so far. Give him a play, catch the defense by surprise, and get this lead.
And picks up maybe 3 or 4.
There wasn't much there that time, so good job by the quarterback just throwing the ball and getting the catch and just getting a couple yards.
Newton's got it in the gun. Olsen's going to pull in the bullet pass.
They will snap it now at the 7-yard line.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. Lee in on the quarterback and wraps him up.
Now, this is about as bad as it gets for a quarterback in a situation like this. You're near the goal line, and they give you a chance to throw the football, and you take a sack. Oh, my gosh. I wouldn't want to be him in that film session tomorrow.
And he's taken down once more for the sack.
How about the defense on that play? They were not fooled. They see the pass coming. They get the penetration. They get to the quarterback quick, and that's a big sack down near the goal line.
Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown. Midway through of the second quarter. They put themselves in front with that touchdown, Phil.
Hey, that touchdown could be a difference maker in this game. You never know. So really well called by the offensive coordinator and executed perfectly by the offensive players.
The Panthers now will tack on the extra point.
Add the extra point. The kick is good.
The Panthers setting up for the kickoff. He's got a chance to return this one. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense back on the field trying to make up for that costly mistake the last time they had the ball. The turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you made that mistake, let it go, go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. First down here after the completion. Gets the handle here. McFadden's brought down after picking up only a yard.
McFadden's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Halftime is coming up, but first we reach the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Doesn't like what he sees on the defensive side, so he is changing the play to the receivers by giving him hand signals.
And Kuechly in on the tackle. Coming to the line right at the 50. McFadden, solo back set.
Let's go.
3rd and 2. Romo's running away from the pressure. McFadden lines up in the backfield. Darren McFadden will run with it. And they tackle him down at the 37-yard line.
Well, you got to know the situation as a player. Even if the coaches didn't tell you this, you should know it. When you get a chance inside of 2 minutes to get out of bounds, you do it.
The Cowboys from the 37. Short has the sack.
Well, we know one thing. If you're a defensive tackle, you got power. And it was on display that time. Wonderful job by the big fella. Busted through there and get the sack on the QB.
Setting up now at the 45. Press coverage all the way. The Cowboys have to get to the 33 for a first. It's intercepted.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
The Panthers really have this offense cranking, Phil. They've scored on their last 2 series.
You know, what we see now in the NFL, so many different ways to move an offense. Screens, run plays, power plays, trick plays. Right now, everything working on the offensive side. The best way to get more plays in before the end of the first half, go to hurry-up offense. Nice job by the coach. We'll see if the quarterback can make it work.
3rd catch today so far. The Panthers decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only 1. Let's see how they back up the big play here. From the gun, Newton. And incomplete. What a hit that time.
Conchery's one of those guys. If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances are, if you get your hands on the football as a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make the catch.
Conchery's got it on a pass that had some heat. They come to the line, and it's first down. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. And it's batted down.
Gets tight down here in the red zone. So if you're a defender, read the quarterback. You make a quick break on the football. Hey, you get in position like this, and you can knock it down.
And now they'll try over again on second down. Newton's back in shotgun formation. Has Olsen. Touchdown, Panthers. We're approaching halftime, and with that touchdown, they have a little extra breathing room before the break.
Oh, man, they're inhaling big time, and they love the way they feel right now where they're at in this football game. On the defensive side, listen, you got some information. You saw what they're doing on the other side, so make some adjustments and find a way to get back in and get a way to win this game.
The Cowboys just gave up some big turnover points. And let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
But it's incomplete.
We've reached halftime, and we'll be sending it back to our studio and Larry Ridley as we continue with the NFL on EA Sports.
Whitaker on the return. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers come out to open up the second half, and they were hitting on all cylinders in the first half, Phil.
Yeah, be smart here in the second half, Jim. When you start out, just find out what the defense is thinking, and once you get a feeling about what they're going to do, then you start taking some chances.
Carr nearly came away with the pick. Failing to complete that one, so second down here. Newton's pass will go for an incompletion.
Third long coming up. You're losing by a couple scores. You're on the defensive side. You must know the offense is not going to take a chance. So be aggressive and maybe get lucky and get a turnover.
Almost intercepted.
The Panthers put themselves in a situation where the defense has all the advantage. They know the pass probably has to go down the field on third and long, and they were ready for it.
The fake is on, and they're looking to pick up the first. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
If you're a coach and you put the football in the hands of your punter, you have to be sweating some bullets over there on the sideline, and now you feel relieved because it worked for your offense.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Looking across the middle. Again, can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
2nd and 10. He climbs the ladder and has it.
That's what you want to do. Get a first down while you're on top and keep that clock moving and just controlling the football game. Good job by the offense managing things so far here today.
1st and 10. To a halt.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
The Cowboys talked things over at the intermission, and I'm sure one of the first orders of business was to try to figure out a way to get this offense going, Phil.
Absolutely. That's what you want to do, and I think you do that by play call. So the coach, they have many plays that we call drive starters. Catch the defense by surprise. They need to call one of those right here and right now to get this offense going.
2nd and 10 coming up. Playing press coverage to the outside. The Cowboys snap it up at the 26. Looking to go down the field here. Snags it right out of the air with one hand.
I like this. Show some patience. Don't try to get it all in one play. Pick up first downs and try to go down the field and score.
Romo's completion percentage, 60% on the day. Charles Johnson gets to him for the sack.
Well, every defense is looking for somebody to sack the quarterback, and that time the speed of the defensive end gets around the tackle and gets the sack.
McFadden dangerous out of the backfield. And it's Roman Harper who makes the tackle.
Well, that was a nice job by the offense. It just puts them in a better position. Nice little throw and catch.
Here they come to the 41-yard line.
The Cowboys have to get to the 25 to move the chains. Climbs the ladder, and he has it.
You know, as a quarterback, sometimes you got to trust that arm and throw the football past the first down marker. There were guys open, but no, he takes the safe route, throws it short. Defense makes the tackle, and here we are staring at a fourth down.
The offense is still on the field right now. Fourth down, and they'll need to pick up 2. The Cowboys take it from the 28. Thompson's going to make the tackle.
I can't give all. Credit to the offense here. They go for it on fourth down here in the second half. Even though they're losing, the defense should have known that play was coming, and they should have stopped it.
Stepping up to the line of scrimmage, the 22-yard line.
First down at the 22. And the give to Darren McFadden. And a gain of 4.
McFadden's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
Second down and 6. The defense gets a sack.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer, or as we call them, free runners, he gets the hit on the QB and takes him down.
He'll throw it over the middle. And that reception goes to Dez Bryant.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
And Kuechly in on the tackle.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone, but there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them.
Play after play after play here on this drive. Here is the first snap of the final quarter. The Cowboys are driving toward the end zone, and they need to come away with 7 right now.
Oh, absolutely. They need 7 to get back into this football game and make this game closer. Once you get inside the 10-yard line, of course, the field is very small. You got to come up with something different. Can they do it this time?
The Panthers defense lined up going with the 46 defense. Touchdown and drawing close. That's an important touchdown for this resilient bunch.
that just never quits, never believes it's out of a game, Phil.
That's what it takes, Jim. In situations like this, you just have to be tougher than your opponent, and that's what they showed there, getting that touchdown. Now we are going to have a contest down here in the fourth quarter.
Whitaker on the return. Butler's there to make the stop.
There is nothing like a good return when you talk about special teams. Good blocking, the speed of the returner gets down the field, and after that tackle, now they have good starting field position.
First down at the 47. Again, can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
From the gun. Olsen's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it.
They hurry to the line of scrimmage. This play set up by the long gainer.
Cam Newton takes it from the shotgun. Up in the air and comes down with the catch.
Panthers offense has been tough today. They are fighting out there on the field. That's a nice job picking up that first down. It's been fun to watch. They got a small lead here in the second half. We'll see if that first down can lead them to a score.
So first and goal to go. Carolina in the end zone. Touchdown. That touchdown, just a little more insurance to what already was a sizable lead, Phil.
Yeah, what a job. You know, look, they had a lot of insurance already in the bank, man. They have controlled the tempo of this game from start to right here in this period early in the fourth. And now if the defense just has anything, if they stop the opponents on this drive, this game is over.
Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. First down at the 24. Pass is made, but the hit knocks the ball out. Incomplete.
Good anticipation that time by the defender. He gets to the receiver just as the football is arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose.
Get ready. Got it.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Going deep. The ball is taken out of his hands.
Sometimes on third and long from the defensive side, I like the fact that you can blitz. Send more guys than they can block. Make the quarterback throw the football quickly and short. Then it's all up to coming up and making the tackle.
And it's knocked down.
The Cowboys don't have a lot of options on third and long situations. The pass goes incomplete, and the defense did a good job of staying back there and not giving up the deep throw.
McFadden's lined up as the single back. Bryant's got it on a pass, had some heat on it.
I thought that was a pretty risky play that time by the offense. Even though it's the second half and you're down, you don't always have to go for it on fourth down. Fortunate for them, they got it that time.
Romo's completion percentage, 60% on the day.
Charles Johnson gets to him for the sack.
Well, if I was that quarterback, I'd be mad after getting sacked like that by the defensive end. Your offensive tackle's just got to do a better job.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys take it from the 38. Tony Romo uncorks the long pass. This is one part of Tony Romo's game he never gets enough credit for. Making plays, finding a way to buy time, improvising, and then finding an open target down the field.
Yeah, we know this. Nobody knows more about throwing the football mechanically than Tony Romo, and he is perfect when you talk about technique in the pocket and also outside the pocket.
He's hit as he throws it. It's now second down. injury update for us. Let's go to her now.
Guys, I just spoke with a Cowboys official. Tony Romo's injury seems to be relatively minor, or at least it's minor enough that he'll be back on the field shortly.
Tony Romo connects with Des Bryant. He's tackled beyond the marker. Down. Now on first down. Every snap crucial the rest of the way.
Get ready.
First down at the 16. McFadden on the screen. Keithley's all over the ball carrier. Second down coming up. Time, obviously, a factor the rest of the way.
If you think you can get a play off quickly and not use a timeout, you go with the hurt.
And the pass is picked off, and that will all but do it.
You got to stay aggressive on the defensive side. That time the defense did. Even though the offense was going in to score, they come up with the big play, and they get the interception inside their own 20-yard line.
Newton in shotgun formation. He's scrambling down. They're going to get him here for a sack.
This might not be nice to say, but every once in a while it's kind of fun to watch the quarterback get sacked like that. Good job by the defensive end. They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions.
And now Newton's going to take off. Wow, what a catch. Cotchery is taken down at the 46. Holding on to the timeout. They'll rush back to the line. Hardy with the sack.
Every defense is looking for somebody to hit the quarterback, and the best person to do it is the defensive end. What a good job that time by him.
Time continues to tick away as they'll rush back to the line.
Well, I know this. When it comes to these situations, don't take a chance, because if you do, I promise you, it's going to backfire.
For this play, they'll go with two tight ends. The Panthers snap it at the 36. Newton's on the move. Heaving it down the field. Intercepted. They bring him to the turf.
That was an awesome job by the defense. They just read the quarterback's eyes. They got in position, and they made the interception.
First down. Pressure on every snap now. Tony Romo will take it right from the center. First down at the 41. Looking long. Interception that will all but seal it. That brings the play to an end. That's got to be it. That's got to be the game ender here, partner. The interception basically ices it.
It does. You know, sometimes when you're behind as a quarterback, you take a chance, and that time the chance was just too great. Nice play by the defense.
First down at the 34. Has the reception all alone. The Panthers signal for the timeout, and they have none remaining. Now first and 10. Wants to go deep. Clutch catch.
Well, it's a big performance in front of a primetime audience and a sweet victory at the end.
Of course, the players are not thinking about the fact that, hey, a lot of people are watching us here today in this game. But when you win, and then you sit back and think everybody was watching us and you played well, boy, that is some great experience.
For Phil Simms and all the crew, Jim Nance saying so long.